Welcome to the Imagine Not Being Leeds.
Imagine not being Leeds, not feeling this pain, not dancing through thunder, not walking through rain. Imagine not rising with fists in the air when the world turned its back and no one would care. We've lived in the ashes, we've drowned in defeat, but still we stand proud on our battered old feet. Imagine not loving with all that you are. Imagine not being Leeds.
We love you, Leeds, Leeds, Leeds.
We do love you, Leeds, Leeds, Leeds. Now then, everybody, I hope everyone's had a very Merry Christmas. It is Boxing Day night, Friday night, and it means one thing. We are still here to deliver, like Father Christmas himself. It is Late Night Bloody Leeds. Now then, everybody, welcome back. Late Night Leeds, here we go. AG and BOSSNASS, really pleased to see your faces today on Boxing Day. It's been very festive in our house, kids and chaos everywhere. But I hope everyone's doing well. You all right, AG, yeah?
I'm very well, thanks, mate. Yeah, had a nice Christmas.
Good.
Mrs. Mum yesterday, my mum's today. Lots of family, lots of food. So yeah, all good, mate. Thanks.
Yeah, you spend a lot more time with the in-laws than you used to. And then when someone asks you about your Christmas, you go, yeah, brilliant. My in-laws are all right, to be fair, so I can't really...
Mine are lovely people.
Yeah,
Absolutely
no, they're
lovely
all
people.
right. BOSSNASS, are you well? Are you good?
I'm doing well, mate. Got a cup
Good.
of Yorkshire tea, so life's peaking.
What more do you need, mate? What more do you need? But no, chuffed you both agreed to come on here tonight. I wasn't sure if I'd be able to get you both on Boxing Day, but yeah, thank God I have you both because the show must go on, boys. It's a big week. It's a huge weekend in the calendar for Leeds and Sunderland fans. We've somehow in this bubble of Imagine Not Being Leeds and Only Fools and FCFC created this massive rivalry, which is weird because some will say it's just Sunderland, and I know they're already in chat. I can see John McKinney right there. Listen to this. I was speaking to Wayne, my mate, earlier, and he goes, there were a friend or something who had to go to a ticket office to Sunderland and saw, I think they had to upgrade from a child's ticket to an adult's ticket, had to go through formalities, and they turned around to him and they were chatting, and the person who worked in the ticket office said, it's a huge derby. Called it a derby. Somebody works in the ticket office. So that is man. Wayne went, what? Derby? It's not. We had a derby 2 weekends ago, but that goes to show you that it's a big game and I think it's a derby. You know what I mean? It's a cup final, isn't it? I know the one last time we were in a cup final with them, the bastards. I've had too many texts saying that this week, but yeah, it's a big game and we will touch on that as we go on. But before we get into it, boys, let's see who's in the house anyway. What's that? Is that all you know? Adam's thoughts on McCullum and Key, please? Any ideas what that means? I have no idea.
It means McCullum is England coach and Key is director of cricket. I guess I don't know what his term is, but England. No, we're doing this. He's asked. Yeah, fine. What are my thoughts? I think England was shit for a long time before Bazball, so I don't think that's necessarily it. I don't think selection is very good. And something's obviously got to change because they keep getting it wrong. They're picking spinners that aren't spinners. They're picking number threes that aren't number threes. So I think selection's the main point of issue. And I think something's got to change. So now, obviously, a lot of that's coming from Key and McCullum. So, yeah.
You know what I think? Bring back Darren Gough.
Well, no, that's not a bad shout.
Yeah. Wicket keeper back then as well. I liked him. Wicket keeper.
Graham Summit.
I don't know. I don't know what a good
Jack
batsman
Russell?
as well. Nah, definitely not. Maybe
Alex Stewart?
Yeah.
Maybe.
I liked him, I think. I liked him because he was a wicket keeper and he could catch. So I liked him. He would do
most wicket keepers could catch, man.
I'm just stating the obvious. Like I just liked him because he could catch. I mean, we've had people who can't catch when they're supposed to catch in goal. So it'd be quite nice.
Yeah, true. Yeah, seeing someone in the club catch a ball. Yeah, agreed.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Anyway, this week we're going to open up as usual when I can be asked. It is too good, too shit. So for set piece dominance, boys, whether it's throw-ins, corners, or just damn right free kicks, Ian Hart-esque from the edge of the area by Anton Stack. Something I'm really pleased with at the Palace game, and it's continued this season. 6-5, Calvert-Lewin. 6-5, my son. Honestly, loving Calvert-Lewin at the minute. It's his second appearance on the Too Good. He's absolutely smashing it. He's not. We'll talk about DCL, I'm sure, but he's yeah. I can't stop dreaming about him, to be honest. It's getting a bit awkward. No, no clean sheets since August 30th against Newcastle at home. 15 games ago. That's terrible. We almost got there. We were so close, but again, individual error, lack of concentration, a mix-up at the back, and we concede a penalty, which leads to Palace getting a goal, which was highly frustrating and needs to change. We need to get a clean sheet at some point. And then this really annoyed me, lads. Idiots damage Ellen Road. I don't know if you saw the video. There weren't much shit bits going on this week after smashing Palace 4-1, but that's in the South Stand. 6-5 Calvert-Lewin song went off. A couple of people decided to pull the ceiling down in his own stadium. I know we love being Lady, we love having that fan base, but I was scratching around for shit bits and I saw this and I thought, that is a bit shit. Fire alarm were going off, stewards were trying out, and they were just chaos. But this is what we do. We're animals, aren't we? Filthy animals, a lot of us this time of year. So AG, I can see it's you in there as well. I can imagine you being culprit of that. But yeah, that's this week's Too Good, Too Shit.
Oh.
Nope.
Very good.
Too good, too shit.
And just to make it extra shit, the delivery were poor as well. Just to make it extra shit. But yeah, the too shit. Did you see that carnage in the South Stand?
No, I didn't see it. It's a bit stupid leaving your own stadium part in it, really. But yes, bit shit.
Oh, you know, like it's what it is. You know, got a bit excited, massive win. I don't hate it too much. If you've got a ceiling like that, you need to sort it out anyway. I hate those ceilings. Rubbish.
Oh, they are shit. Those ceilings are horrible. Those fucking polystyrene fucking.
Yeah, man. That's a fire hazard in itself.
No,
I mean,
no, AG, don't act like they're an asshole for you. I'm a cabler. I've got to get above ceilings like that. Don't tell me you.
Like that, didn't you?
I love them.
What you fucking like gremlin, fucking crawling
Mate,
through.
That's what happens to a ceiling when I get above a chuffing ceiling.
Oh, yeah,
That's probably
just coming through.
That's me coming through. That's the issue. I've come through a fair few ceilings in my time, which we won't talk about. But anyway, let's get into the Palace review. I love that.
It's lovely tune.
A little bit, and just very subtle, nice little Christmassy jingle there. I love that.
It just makes me enjoy my day slightly more when I'm sitting there doing it. I think that'd be nice.
Very nice, mate. Very nice. Anyways, boys, I don't think any of us will have been anything other than delighted with that performance. I'm going to start with you, BOSSNASS. We haven't really spoke much this week. Obviously, with just stuff going on and being a busy week. But I really want to nail down how you felt about that game because, let's be fair, it was very, very good. I'd say close to a 90-minute performance. We were on it, I think, from minute one, mate, and we delivered.
Yeah. I mean, it was a really, really good performance. I liked it because we showed when we beat Chelsea 3-1 that we can win games without much of the ball, just being good and dynamic when we have got the ball. But in this game, it showed a different side to us, saying, "Look, we can run this game, choose the tempo of this game, dominate it in out like." We're going to play football our way. You're not going to play this Crystal Palace tap it around midfield kind of football. Got in. We was strong in the tackle. We was getting up for the headers. We was getting the second balls. And look, although there wasn't much really from open play. When Leeds get a set piece in and around the box, or even from corners now, you think to yourself, "There's every chance of something happening here." And I look, Palace rested a lot of first teamers against cups in the Europa, was it Conference or Europa League, one of them.
Something like that.
Conference, yeah.
To come to Leeds because they obviously put that as a priority game, but they looked tired. And I aren't going to give them any credit for it. I'm going to give Leeds all the credit in that one.
Good.
In the sense that I'm not sure that this first team for Palace was tired. All they've done is most of them gone on a plane there and a plane back. They haven't played. So I think we won the energy battle. I think we out-enthused Crystal Palace. I thought we played better football than Crystal Palace. And look, I think 4-1 wasn't even flattering to Leeds United, to be honest. It wasn't. Sometimes you win games like that and you go, how was that 4-1? It was a pretty even game. That wasn't an even game. Leeds went out there, took care of business, was dominant in every section of the pitch and deserved the 3 points. And look, we end up around Christmas time as being 6 points clear of West Ham, and I said that's the most important thing.
Yeah,
Want the performance. For me, that was the most important thing. It was the points, the result. But when you get the performance and the result, don't really have much to grumble about.
no, I agree, mate. Like you said, result is all that matters. It's going to be every game. The performance is secondary to the result for us. But when you get them both together, it gives you more confidence when you're projecting your sort of feelings for the upcoming games. That's why I think we're all quite buoyant at the minute, maybe going into these next couple as well. But AJ, big talk about before the game with the lineup. Obviously, Aronson comes in. Tanaka goes out. I wasn't fond of that decision when I seen it now before kickoff. But Aronson, he does it now and again, doesn't he? He pops up. I know we're not huge fans, but also we give credit when it's due. Decent performance by Aronson, justified his position, and we didn't actually start in the 3-5-2 formation. It looked a bit more of a 3-4-3, something you called before, Adam, as well. We're going to be flexible, 3 at the back, 2 up top, but it's going to be quite flexible in the middle of
It
that.
can be really flexible. When I saw Aronson on team sheet, I was a bit miffed as well because you know, in the real sense of it, you've left Snaka and Nonto, who are 2 better footballers. I don't think there's only 2 ways about it. They're 2 better footballers than Aronson on the bench. And I didn't see many ways of setup that made sense for it to be Aronson, whether it's 3 in midfield, whether he's playing 10. I'd prefer Snaka or Nonto in the 10, whether he's playing right wing, playing Nonto. What he actually ended up doing was a sort of 4-4-1-1 out in possession, with Rodon on right back, and then out of in possession, and then a 3-4-1-2, 1-3-4-3 in possession. It was really fluid. And it's really well thought out. It's really well planned. And as BOSSNASS said, like regards to anything else, like when the team's playing well, every player looks better. So that could have been Nonto. We still could have had exactly the same performance, and everyone goes, "Yes, great." And picking Nonto, he's back, all those sorts of things.
Yeah.
So yeah, Aronson was decent. Aronson was good. There's no doubt about it. But pretty much every player to a man was as well. And I think if that was Snaka or Nonto, if Nonto instead of Okafor, you could have done all sorts of things with that team. If you play with that aggression, that tempo, that passion, and match the fans with and without the ball, we just look a much better side. It's like the old European days when everyone used to didn't like to use play English clubs. So they played at a much higher tempo than European clubs. And I think the Premier League slowing down and down and down and down a football is. So there's something in that when you can be more aggressive, have more tempo. And passion's a weird one because obviously it doesn't really come into it, but it does come into it massively as well. You win all your 50-50s, the crowd get behind you, and it just snowballs. And I think that's what we're doing at home. It's working against every side. It didn't surprise me 1-4-1. I think the performance, or wasn't sorry, the performance, it didn't look close at any moment. Like we
didn't feel it. Yeah, I didn't feel it in stadium. I think snowball's a great way of looking at it as well. It just sort of grew as the game went on. Started like house on fire. The throw-ins from Ampadu, it was sort of wedded to that towel, or the towels around their area. Constant throw-ins. He must have had 10, 15 throw-ins in that game. But it felt inevitable that the goal were going to come. And obviously, that first half, it's become a weapon that I can't actually believe the Ampadu throw-in wasn't utilised in the Championship. I know we didn't need.
It was a bit. It was a little
towards
bit,
the latter end of that,
yeah.
Tenure in the Championship. It wasn't something we saw much our first year. Again, we didn't need to really rely on set pieces. We sort of dismissed them a little bit. I think we didn't really pay too much heed to it. And this has been one of my surprises, but like major sort of plus points I look at Farke this season. We talk about him adapting and changing formation, but maybe going away from his philosophy a little bit more and putting so much emphasis on set pieces. Like you can see the amount of points and goals we're now getting from something that I don't personally think he put too much credence to, in his tenure at Leeds. Whereas now, regardless of whether it's we've got someone who focuses on them or just in general the focus on them, they've got a delivery in Stack from the corner now, boys, which is consistently the best I've seen. Joe Rothwell could deliver a decent ball, maybe 6 out of 10. Stack's putting in maybe 8 or 9 really, really good balls into the areas where the keeper don't know whether to come or stay. And with the bodies we've got, we recruited well. Now we're sort of playing to sort of fit the recruitment style, BOSSNASS. It's a match made in heaven. But I sort of wanted to touch on, I've had a lot of messages this week, obviously from Sunderland fans and seen a lot online, that these set pieces won't work every week and Leeds are, route one. And we know you can get tarnished with that route one, old sort of style football. It feels better than that, though, BOSSNASS. We're not just a route one side. We've scored some beautiful goals this season, too. Liverpool, we broke them down with a nice little bit of play by Aronson, 1-2 give and go, gets into the box. Stack puts it away. It's not just horrible football to watch, is it? We're playing good stuff. It's just we've also developed in that area too that we can score from corners and set pieces.
Yeah, I mean, it's interesting you've come to me on this point because when I talk about Sunderland, I actually go into the detail of Sunderland and what Regis Libri actually does to get the best out of that team,
Ooh,
and how he sets them up, always sets them up individually to play against that specific team. So when Sunderland fans talk about Leeds like that, they can just fuck off. Simple.
We're bringing it tonight. We are bringing it tonight.
No, because one, it's lazy, right? It's a lazy way to look at Leeds United. Leeds United, from the first match day to the next match day, probably gone on one of the biggest evolution arcs of any team in the Premier League this year.
Yeah.
When you look at the development of the team and how the team plays. So to say that we only play a certain style, we didn't really. This might be not unpopular, but I don't think we knew how we was at our most effective. Even like maybe 6 weeks, 7 weeks ago. So, you know, Farker has to get a lot of credit for actually having the balls to go out there and experiment to find out what works. So yeah, we don't play the same kind of football every week. What we do is we use, because we're a newly promoted team, we use every single advantage that we can find on a football pitch and try and exploit it. Whether that's our height, when we're playing balls long from the goalkeeper, whether that's second balls with the decent tackling players that we've got in the team, like your Ampadu's, like your Longstaffs, even your Stacks. Or whether that's saying, we know we haven't got a striker that's going to ping one in for 30 yards, so we're not going to really try that unless Tanaka's got an open view to a goal. What we'll do is we'll pop it in like we've been winning our duels in midfield. We'll try and get a head on or a knockdown, and we'll slap it in from 6 yards. You know why? Because it might not look the prettiest, but if we come away with 3 points, we're the ones who's coming home on the coaches laughing, So there is this little bit of like style over substance in the Premier League, which has been, it's not solely the fault of the media, but they've always made it out like long throws are ugly for years. Long throws are ugly. You've got to play a certain way. If you're not trying to do pet ball or you're not trying to do clock ball, then you're not doing the Premier League right. I'm not having that. At the end of the day, you after the summer transfer window closes, you've got to get to January as a newly promoted team. You've got to still be in it. And look, Leeds United are not only just in it; they're now 6 point clear of the relegation places, and that gives us every chance of staying up. And look, we know Sunderland have gone on this amazing run, and I won't take it away from them because I think Regis Libri and their entire board have done an absolutely humongous job in bringing in the players that they did. They targeted the big names, so all the good players around that would follow. And I thought it was a great strategy. And they play good, attractive football. They zip the ball around good. They've still got Dan Ballard and Tri Hume from the promoted season that have stepped up seamlessly. They're bringing players into the fold now, like Broby up front, who looks like a player. They've got Wilson, and they play nice football. They play attractive football, but nothing's won in February. Or in January even. I don't. What are they? They're like 8. Are they 8 points or 6 points in front of us?
8 in front. 5 on Sunday.
There's a lot. I mean, there's a lot of football to be played this year. Left next year even. There's a lot of football to be played. So get cocky all you want. That only works in our favour. Better, pride comes before a fall. Be cocky all you want. Gas it up all you want. Sunderland have done very well to this point. They did that in the Championship, and then had a shocking second half of the season, which only just got saved towards the back end. Leeds aren't going to go away in this game. Leeds are going to go up to Sunderland, go up to the Stadium of Light in this game, and if this Sunderland team thinks they're going to get an easy game, they've got something else coming. something else because we won't come up there like it's like a team that fancies themselves and try and beat Sunderland at their game. We'll make it ugly. We've got stronger players than you. I don't know if Sunderland fans want to hear that. Our players are stronger than yours in keeping some key positions. So we'll take advantage of that. I've heard that Dan Ballard is going to put DCL in his back pocket.
Apparently so.
Oh, come on.
Absolute load
Hey,
of,
boys,
load of nonsense.
I don't know about you, AG, but I can't wait to do the Sunderland Leeds preview in about half an hour. I really want to get BOSSNASS's thoughts.
All right, yeah.
Oh, we love this show. But I'll tell you what.
What we're doing?
Just that small matter of a 4-1 against Palace, mate.
Quickly on Palace game then.
Oh, God, is that what we're doing? Sorry, boys.
Ampadu's long throws are better than they were early in the season. They're flatter, they're further. He's worked on them. And also there's an idea of what we're trying to do. And I kind of love this way of playing. They say it's direct, right? It's not necessarily long ball, it's direct. And it's because it's quick. If you're quick, you're not going to pass it between the back line quickly. You can do that, obviously. But it's about, when you play quickly, it's about getting it forward. It's about playing with tempo. It's about getting the ball forward through the lines, getting up the pitch. And when you've got long throws and corners, it's all about territory. And the way any concerted pressure we have is all through set pieces. It's fine. You play 3 big centre backs, you put them all forward every time there's a set piece. It works quite well. It's fine. And now even there's an idea of what we're trying to do. Bijol's running past front, running around the front every time for the knock on, and DCL's going around the back for the tapping. It's working really well. Yeah. It's really simple, and it's a real leveler. It's like BOSSNASS said, everyone thought for a while everyone had to be Man City and they couldn't pass it more than 5 yards. Well, if you try and match Man City, problem with that way of playing in terms of trying to match them is you've got to be as good at football. And if you try and play that style, you've got to have as good of players, and you just haven't, because what they've done is they've bought all the best players as well to play it. So what you have to do is find your style, your way of playing. And for us, it's actually different from home and away. But home is all about tempo, getting the ball forward quickly, getting out the pitch, throw-ins, corners, getting your 3 centre-backs in the box. And it's working really well. And it's really fun to watch, regardless of what anyone else says. And Palace are really good at defending set pieces. I don't think they conceded one all season ahead of that game. No. And even Glasner was talking about it. They got Richards, is it Richards? Guy and the other centre-back who's called, I can't remember his fucking name.
Who cares?
Anyway, it's Boxing Day. So, yeah, they're really good at defending corners usually. Mateta's a brilliant striker. He just played up against Bijol, and Bijol loves that now.
Mateta, Thiago and Haaland have got nothing from our centre-halves.
No. Stroud looks $1 million as left centre-back, like we said a few weeks ago, as he would. Every player looks better in this formation. We found a formation in terms of positional that works for everyone, a style of play that works really well at home. We still have to be better away from home. We still have to find something that works, but that's probably nearly every club in the Premier League. Most teams are struggling away from home.
Yeah, no, they are, mate. And sort of like when BOSSNASS was saying there about the games coming and sort of like, obviously you look at the table and see where Leeds are, and all I keep hearing, Leeds are shite away from home. We were shite away from home. We just beat, I know it's sort of creating a narrative to get my point across, but look what we did in the second half against City when we changed to this sort of new Daniel Farke that we have in the dugout. We beat him 2-1 in that second half. Then we got to Brentford. That Brentford game 5-6 weeks ago, we lose that game 1-0, if not 2-0. There's an adaptation there. There's something to. It's like the first 12, 13 games, lads. It's like Farke still weren't. I mean, I've said it numerous times to you boys. He don't know his best 11. We don't know the best 11. We don't know the best formation. It's like it's taken him double the length of a pre-season to get it right. But it feels right. Yeah. Well, but it doesn't feel, Adam, now like it doesn't feel like you can look at the table and go, well, they're shite because they're in this position. I feel like that the current form is the basis that we will carry on. I don't think this is a flash in the pan, Adam. I think we've seen enough.
No, I agree.
I think there's something more to that, but what the problem is, other football fans don't see it because they're not in it. They'll just look at it as a bit of form and go, Leeds are doing all right a minute. That's why they're cocky. There's more to it than that. I think we finally found our style and our identity. And because that's working, I don't see it's going to change. We're not going to win every game. But against Sunderland, who came up with us, let's not forget, you're not going to be a European side this year. You're going to get knocked down a peg or two at some point. And I believe the way we're playing will deliver that. So with Palace, again, because I'm getting out of it, right, I want to touch on obviously we talk about set piece, talk about throw-ins. I think the whole game, we're really, the energy of the crowd, it's like under the lights. But I just sort of want to move on from Palace, even though we've not really spoke about Palace. I want to just mention having someone like Anton Stack in there around the free, the free kick at the end, lads, it sort of stole the show for me. We go 3-0 up, they get that penalty, we're a little bit flat thinking, oh, it's going to end that way. And then we get that free kick at them. And how good is it to have someone in around box who you think can maybe do that? Brilliant.
I thought that was one of the most, I mean, it went in. But Henderson was sort of facing for a cross over here. He wasn't even looking at the ball. He was square on his line and sort of side-eyeing the ball. He was never going to save it. I don't know what he was doing. He was obviously always expecting the cross. And yeah, I mean, he couldn't have made it any more comfortable for Stack to score. Stack did it over the wall in the back in the goal. Fine, did it. Did his part. But I think any if that was my keeper, I'd be furious because he was never going to save that. It was ridiculous. But yes, Stack, corners, free kicks. Obviously, he strikes the football really well. He went down the right with at one stage, didn't he? He absolutely lammoxed the ball for no particular reason. No, if anyone got on the end of it, it was just hitting him in the face and going wherever it went. Like when Aronson, when Aronson rolled him down the line. But he's it's good to have him in the team. It does make a difference, obviously, having that free kick taker in the corner taker there.
It does. It just gives us a threat from everywhere, like you say. And whether it's a corner, a free kick, or a throw-in now, it's just a weapon to us Arsenal we just didn't have. And, people can talk about Palace having 3 games in 7 days. It's been a horrendous 7 days from, the drew against Cups, lost to us, and lost against Arsenal, so it were all for naught. But they came to Leeds. They may have had one eye on Arsenal, yes, don't get me wrong, but they came fit, though. They came fit, what is what I'm saying. They weren't, people can say they were tired. If they were tired, it's just Leeds made them tired. Leeds played. That was... we beat Chelsea 3-1 at Ellen Road. That was unreal. But that Palace one for me, because it don't sound as nice as beating Chelsea, does it? Beating Palace, but this season, last season, Palace are a force now in the Premier League and under Glasner. Whether they'll maintain that when he moves on, lads, I don't know. But they've got some great players and they're a great side and the number 1 side away from home, BOSSNASS. So to sort of wrap it up on Palace, it was just dead sweet to not only beat a side as good as that, but to actually embarrass them to a degree. Their away fans, mate, were beside themselves, really probably quietest away fans I've seen. And that's because we battered them and didn't give them even a minute's moment where they could even get into the game, pal. And that's massive.
Yeah, I mean, I haven't looked at the momentum graph. I haven't seen it. I'm not huge on stats like that, but you would expect that it's just steady Leeds United momentum all the way through the game. We took Palace seriously. We showed them the respect that they deserve, being the team that they are. They are a good Premier League side now. And I don't know, man. It just kind of feels like Daniel Farke went in with a game plan, and I've got to give him credit where I think it's due. And, I think he played Aronson, to your earlier point, because he wanted to win that energy battle. And if Aronson's one thing, he's just a ball of energy, isn't he? So... I think Farke went into it saying, "Look, we're gonna earn the right to play football our way," which we did. We're gonna be strong from set pieces, which we were, and we're gonna take 3 points again, which we did. So honestly, top to bottom, really good performance. Up there with the Chelsea performance. I still really love that Liverpool performance, but it is really up there with some of the best football we played. Yeah,
it was just a stampede, wasn't it? It was like a stampede. One little animal stand there, just like loads of rhinos, whatever, running at them, and they couldn't stop it. They had no way of stopping it, and the momentum just went straight through them. And I think, regardless of whether they hadn't played a game for 3 weeks, 2 days, whatever, I think that was always going to happen in that game of football. It was just an energy that just went straight through them. They couldn't live with it, regardless.
Yeah. I mean, Kevin said there, Daniel already had this in his locker, but was not confident in the past to deploy it. I'm not too sure if he had it or not, but he's got it now, Adam.
It's an interesting point, isn't it? Because where is this tactical adaptability, adeptness come from? Because it's completely different. And it's something Farke's never used. Now, Farke's had this game plan. Maybe he's always thought his managers have to be known for one way of playing, but it's been so adaptable for the last few ones. And I say we've gone from the Arsenal game, which we could have been set up by a child. It was embarrassing that team performance, and the way he set that team out was embarrassing. It was amateur hour, really was. And to go from that to seeing what we're now, which is tweaks in game before game for different opponents, it's such a stretch. Since the second half of Man City, I don't know where it's come from. And even Man City games go, I couldn't start with that because they didn't have a centre-back option on the bench. That's just rubbish. It's just absolute nonsense. So he's, he has to go back slightly, but even now, and everything he's done since then, everything it has worked, which is quite something. Everything's come off.
Yeah, it's mad, innit? I've not seen a turnaround for them. I've not seen a turnaround like this in the dugout, apart from when you've changed manager. From manager who were almost at the side. It's been sort of unheard of, and a couple of games have gone by beyond that point now, where I'm thinking this ain't going to last. Now I'm at that point where I'm thinking this is us now, and yeah, hopefully
100%.
that performance will continue, and that will get enough results to stay up.
If we sorry, mate, it's just to say if we had a sacked Fark and got a new manager in, and they'd be doing this, I'd be marveling at them, like waxing lyrical how good this guy is, what he's changed, and how we're playing now. And it's the same manager. It's absurd, really.
Yeah, it is mad, mate. Like I said, I've not really seen it before. I can't think of many occasions it's happened. But like Matt says here, like the fact that no one knows how we're going to line up. We used to know how we. Yeah, and that's the thing in it. The unpredictability about us now. I mean, he only made one change in Aronson for Tanaka, but it's quite a big change. That you know what I mean. It's quite a big change. You've got someone all of a sudden who in game can end up on right wing, which he did, rather than it being free midfield. So it really changed sort of how we sort of went about it in the fluidity between, in that first half, especially because there were times, mate, where, like I say, Rodon were up right wing, Bogle were up front. I didn't have a clue what chuffing system or formation we were playing. And if we don't know, which, like you say, 6-7 weeks ago, mate, we knew it was a 4-3-3. We knew it was quite rigid, and there weren't many people shifting out of their position. There weren't too many people giving license to go. And now I don't really see how you plan for Leeds. And I'll tell you one thing: if you're planning for Leeds, there's a lot more notes being taken, mate, to plan for us than there were.
You've got
a month or two ago.
I mean, it works brilliant against Palace because Palace always set up exactly the same way. So you can spend the week trying to counter that, and that's what he did. Sunderland don't always set up the same way, not go back to Sunderland necessarily, but so I think you've got to literally play to your strengths rather than try and counter them as much. So I think it was about countering Palace this game because but Palace are very predictable, I think. So actually, what Matt said is quite right, but because Palace are predictable and we weren't, it worked really well.
Yeah, no, I just want to say as well, there's no too bad in the chat, but just keep it civil. We're going to bring it, don't you, when we start talking about him? I mean, BOSSNASS has given that, and I'm going to give it as well, sod it. We're going to bring it today, but let's just keep it civil because, it's been a nice mix this season between both fan bases.
Yeah, I just want to
simmering away now.
I say on that as well. Like, I think Matt is absolutely right, but I think the most important thing with not being predictable is it don't allow the team that you're facing to prepare just for one system all week. So that I think that's one of the main things because it did feel like teams that we were coming up against could probably, predict the lineup and the system, and there was just no variance there. I think the change came from desperation from the fact that at half-time at Man City, the guy was staring down the barrel of a gun. So he had to do something different. He goes to the 3-5-2. It worked brilliantly, which I think surprised Farker as much. But I think it surprised Farker more than it did the fans. I think the fans were calling for it for a long time. And then I think in his mind, he thought, well, if 3-5-2 works, I know the 4-3-3 I've kind of used, but if the 3-5-2 works, maybe the 4-2-3-1 works. And then he's kind of gone, right, actually, I need to address what my visualization is for this team. So, yeah, I think that's what happened. I think it was just a move from desperation. What I don't understand is, all the way through the summer, it was obvious we was buying big, physical footballers who had some technical ability, but more so tidy footballers with good physical attributes. So it almost felt like we bought players in to play the system that we are now, not how we started off the season, but look, we've got it now, and we move on positively.
I think it's absolutely right. I think there's an element of Fark did Underwood dirty a little bit up till now because Underwood's got a lot of stick for the players. He's useless. Yeah, when a formation works and performances happen as a result of it, every player looks better. When you draw win games of football, every player gets a better rating. It's just nature of human beings. So but players are looking better in a formation and a style that works for them. So
yeah. Adam, there may be a case that we could have played a 3-5-2 on opening day of season, right? All the way through till now, and maybe it wouldn't have worked until now. Who knows, right? But if he'd have started with this formation, what we've seen, it suits the players more. Maybe would have been more points, and maybe Underwood and co wouldn't have got the stick they've had. So it's quite an interesting point. It's probably a whole other show. You could talk about that.
Yeah, absolutely. But I think we have started, and that's actually absolutely right. All the praise Fark's getting now, he should have started the season. We would probably be in a better position, almost certainly. Because I think what Fark can do, and it's always been able to do, is execute a game plan. Like it's 3-5-2, 5-3-2, whatever you want to call it. He as soon as he went to it, it's evolving as we go, as all things will when you're using it in game. but it looked like, you know, like these players have been well trained, well versed in it. How to sit into a block, how to press. You know, there's obviously a lot of pressing, there's a lot of crossovers without the ball. But yeah, I never doubted Farke really, which is not a thing to say when you wanted someone gone, that he could execute a game plan. He just chose the wrong game plan for a long time.
I agree.
For me,
it's going to be interesting to see how. I mean, obviously we've got to continue this run. And hopefully it continues on Sunday. But be interested to see how well the Leeds have to do before people start turning around and go, actually, because now I've had to turn around and go, I was wrong about Farke. Or we know Farke shifted. It ain't just been a case that everything I said about Farke and all of a sudden it's working. All the things we wanted him to change. But at the end of the day, he has sort of followed, not followed suit, but sort of gone the way we hoped he'd go with his adaptability. But how often have you heard Underwood get any sort of like positive? I've heard nothing this season, right? Nothing. We heard a little bit through summer. Oh, he's a good side. He's a good. We only took tail end and then a bit of a rough middle period. He's been getting stick, right? The recruitment were poor. At what point does he start getting praise and does the club start getting praise in the 49ers for actually executing a window brilliantly? It can't be far off. DCL, all of a sudden. No, but DCL now is one of those signings where you turn around and go, well, they got that one right. Metcha, they got that one right. How many of these new signs have they got wrong?
Oh, Matty, I aren't doing it. I aren't doing it.
I am.
No, I aren't doing it. You know, I can't blame Underwood too much because he's a rookie that got offered a position that anybody in his position would take. Everybody would take.
And he smashed it, hasn't he? He smashed it.
No, what Leeds did was they made some safe signings, which fine, and they also took some gambles based on value to productivity.
Yeah.
Gambles. And I mean, like playing on the roulette table. For now, the way it looks now, right, it looks like it's paid off. Everyone will be happy. Am I still happy with how the window went? No. Should it have been better? Yes. Is it up to this point proving fruitful? Yes, but we are at the end of the season yet.
I know, mate. I'm just playing with you.
It was a gamble.
Yeah.
DCL was a gamble. You know, who else could you call a gamble in there? I'd say Lucas Perry was a gamble.
Yeah.
So look, we have
all
to
gambles really. Like,
well, yeah, you never really.
There's no dead certs there at all, is there? Really?
I think Longstaff probably you could say is a Premier League.
Yeah, no, you're right. Longstaff, sorry. Yeah, you're right. You're right. But it's like saying he did well. Like, it's looking good now. If DCL had got injured 6 games ago for the season, everyone going nuts, you know, like all sorts of things. Like if we lose the next 6 games, everyone goes shit again. So we've got to be so careful. It's just roller coaster, isn't it, all the time? But but yeah, as Boston said, right now it's looking good. But yeah, they've got to do work in January as well. They've got to work in every window.
What's going on there, Harry, mate? Are you all right?
No, Harry. I'll be honest with you, mate. I am shitting myself because I've got him balls deep here. Like, if this goes wrong, I'm gonna look at right. I've got to go on Wayne's channel on Tuesday and face the music on me, Todd. But this is what happened when you support Leeds United, and usually it ends in disaster. But it won't be this Sunday. Sometimes it's got to go our way. It's going to go our way, anyways. Right, moving on to everyone's favourite part now. For Sunderland, by the sounds of it, yeah. Right, anyways, let's move on to it. All you Sunderland fans, you can just stay watching, but just pause a little bit now.
Shocking, Matty. Sorry, all Sunderland boys.
I know.
Put the Kool-Aid down, right? Put it down.
I love it. I knew it'd be a good choice. Anyways, right. 67 likes and there's 167 here watching. Thanks so much for support. That's huge numbers for us three. Boxing Day. We've all had a busy time. You've had a busy time. Do us a favour and smash that like. Put a lot into this tonight. Really appreciate it if we get over 100 likes. So, yeah, please do that for us. Thank you. Right, we're going to get into my favourite part of the show anyway, and Adam's favourite part of the show because he's such a... It's in the name, Adam Gardner, Adam Priestley. It's just so good at these quizzes. Anyway, BOSSNASS. It is Defeat the Ladder.
Right, boys. Matty, do the background.
I
had a Nostradamus moment, right? I thought tonight, if we're going to have a busy room, there's going to be a lot of Blunderland fans in there, right? Yeah. So I've done a pretty much, it is a Leeds Sunderland quiz. So
wow. Wow.
No, Quinn.
I've got a feeling, right? Let me just say, I've added 2 segments, 2 new segments. These 2 don't even know what's on this. One of the segments, I've just got a feeling from what I've done today, I may know the answer to one of these. We'll see.
Right, lads. Oh, there is a couple of questions in that isn't in there for Sunderland because I can't pay him that much of a compliment. Do you know what I mean?
No,
At the end of the day, it is still Sunderland. Do you know what I mean?
it is, mate.
Oh.
It is.
Right. Let's get into it. The first 2 questions are Sunderland related. Right. Who played Billy Bremner in the film version of The Damned United?
Oh, do you know it? It's I do. Oh, great. Oh, what's his name? I'm well, and it's my favourite actor. It's him from he's on loads.
Oh,
of
great. Oh no, who?
Stephen Graham. Stephen Graham. Get in. Come.
Let's go, boys.
Favourite actor.
That's 1-0. I didn't ask you if you
Sounds
locked
like
it in.
Don't
Whatever.
Don't
Right. Now, second question. We're playing a game of Who Am I? Right.
Oh.
Ooh,
So,
okay.
who is this player? He scored in the 02-03 opening fixture for Leeds United. He played 31 times for Leeds United, won 23 England caps in his career, and signed from Liverpool.
Nick Barmby.
What a lad!
You get it?
Yeah.
Get in. What? That's class. Get in there, AG. Get in.
Hell, AJ.
I had it before Liverpool as well.
I can't believe that. I can't. AJ, what's going on?
I know.
All right, boys.
Buzzing
Here
with
we go. On to the Sunderland part of the quiz to see it out for the last 8 questions. Which year did former Leeds United forward Jack Clark permanently sign for Sunderland?
Right. So he scored in that game at Villa, didn't he? And that was that 1920? 1920, the year we didn't go
He went
up.
Spurs that
Went to
year.
Spurs. I think he'll have done a year at Spurs. So he'll have done 2021 at Spurs. I reckon 21-22.
Yeah.
I reckon 21-22, Adam, because he's been at Ipswich and
He went Spurs.
Yeah.
He was there for a year.
21-22.
Because he was even loaned. It might be a year later.
I'm asking for the season. I'm asking for the calendar year.
Okay, 22 then, I think. It might be 23.
I think
No,
22.
22.
Yeah, 22.
22, boys.
Yeah.
Locking it in.
Lock in.
Correct.
It's Christmas time. Fucking smashing it. Come on, lads. Yeah, man.
Right, boys.
Fucking smashing it, boys.
Oh,
Easy.
man. Yeah, it's going to get a little bit harder. Which
Okay.
2 Leeds United players scored braces against Sunderland and we absolutely slapped them up 5-0 in the April of 1991?
So we had what?
Which 2 Leeds United players scored braces? So which 2 Leeds players got 2 goals when we slapped up Sunderland 5-0 in a win of April 1991?
Well, let's think in 91. We'll have had Chapman,
Wallace.
Chapman, Wallace. Yeah, Chapman, Wallace.
Strachan.
Nah.
McAllister? Penalties?
Have we got to get them both?
Yeah, you got to get them both. They're not all easy. You
Gary Mack?
Oh, I think Chapman and Wallace, mate.
It's too obvious 2 strikers, but it doesn't matter. We're only guessing, aren't we? So, yeah, okay.
Chapman and Wallace.
I
think
agree.
McAllister.
I really passionately agree with AG that I think it would be too obvious for it to be 2 strikers. But we can go for it. Are you locking it in, boys? Chapman and Wallace?
Oh, no. That's no. Thank you. No.
I think he's bluffing there. Yeah, we're locking it in.
Locking it in.
No, stop.
No, we're not. Are we not?
No.
He's double bluffing.
No, he's not. That wouldn't be.
Well, who else were there? 91.
Well, Gary Mack would have been on pens.
Brian Dean, were he there?
I
I don't think Gary Speed will have got it. I don't think he'll have got 2.
Oh,
We're
God,
wrong,
here we
though.
go. It's going to be down. I think Gary Mack and a striker.
Chapman. Go Chapman then. Chapman and Gary Mack.
Lee Chapman is correct.
Do not be two strikers.
Will not be Rod Wallace. Don't be Rod Wallace.
The other player is Mr. Rod. No, I'm joking.
Oh, you're
joking. Is Gary Speed.
Oh, no. Sorry,
As soon as
Speed,
you said he
man.
didn't get, never got brave.
Ah, fucking hell. What a legend. Bastard. Anyone
What
get that
player?
in chat? Wallace and Dean, Speed, Chapman, Carl Shutt, Chapman, Wallace, Carl Shutt and Speed. Speed got mentioned a few times. Gary Speed.
Fair play.
Fair play. Fair play. Ones we got them too. Well done.
Paul Brennan got it. Right, boys, this makes this one important.
They're all important to us.
They are.
Who scored the winning goal for Leeds versus Sunderland in a 2-1 away win in the December of 2002?
Right, hold on. Who scored the winner?
Yes.
Hold on. Don't say out. It was. Hold on. 1 sec. This is the game I've researched today. It was Robbie Fowler penalty. Yeah, lock it in. Yeah, Robbie Fowler penalty.
Correct.
Come on.
That's lucky.
Come on.
Yeah.
Told you my research today would work well, didn't I? Come on. I can tell you who scored Sunderland goal as well, but I'll leave that till later.
Here's one that I didn't even know. Well, you'll understand the set. How many appearances did Dom Matteo make for Sunderland whilst on loan from Liverpool?
Yeah, never knew that happened.
I didn't know that happened.
Do we know? Did that come like after his heroics for us in Europe, or was that like at the beginning of his tenure?
I don't have that.
On loan for Liverpool.
Do you want multiple choice on this one?
Yeah.
Was it A, 34 appearances, B, 21 appearances, C, 14 appearances, or D, 1 appearance?
I'd say 14.
Yeah, I'd say there. Yeah, I'll go 14.
Lock it in. 14. Was that
is unfortunately incorrect, boys. He made 1 single appearance.
You're joking me. Anyone get that? How would anyone know that? Mike, 11, 12. Graham Stoner put 1.
There's a few ones.
Mark Edison, Mark. Oh, Alan Allen. Matty's 14. He thought it was top banana 1. Wow, fair play. Anyone who's got these right, fair bloody play. Well done.
Again, we've got another critical question here, boys. I think
that
one's going to be all right for you. Which Spanish club did Ian Hart join following his departure from Leeds in 2004 before joining Sunderland?
Right,
I thought he went to Getafe.
Right, well, this is where I thought it was Malaga.
Oh, you might. No.
I thought it was Malaga, if I'm honest.
I have multiple choice if requested.
Yeah, please.
Well, them two were going to be in it.
Was it A, Malaga? Was it B, Levante? Was it C, Sevilla? Or was it D, Real Sociedad?
So now listen to that.
Levante.
I think Levante comes to mind.
Levante or Malaga are my two now.
I don't think he went Malaga.
It wasn't a side that stands out now as being. Do you know what I mean? It wasn't a side that like a massive now.
Oh, if we get this wrong, we're stuffed here.
Can we have
you lose if you get it wrong? You lose.
Can we have like a lifeline instead of phoning chat because it's a bit too much hassle this time of night? Can we have like a lifeline? Like
what you make it up as you go along, Matty? What do you want?
How about check the comments for a question?
How about phoning?
We've got they might be wrong. Can we have that as a lifeline?
The comments, and it is overwhelmingly the correct answer.
Oh well, I won't look at the minute.
I think as soon as those multiple choice comes up, and that's like usually giveaway, because saying triggers in it, and I think Levante straight away as soon as that came up.
I'm blagged between Malaga and Levante. I'll go with you. I'll let you override.
I don't think it was Malaga. I spent a lot of time in Malaga, so I think I would have known.
I spent a lot of time in Malaga. It's all right for some, innit?
Right, go on then.
I'm very familiar with Malaga.
Looks like we're locking in Levante then, doesn't it?
Levante is.
Come on, hope you're right, man. Get in. Yeah, begins with L. Allen. Oh, class.
Right then, boys. Here we go.
He did.
It's true.
Who scored the equaliser for Leeds in a 1-1 draw versus Sunderland in April 2018?
Oh, well, that Marcelo's year 18, 19, 19, 20. No, I won't want it yet. That's the year before Marcelo, isn't it? Oh, that's a toughie, that.
That is a toughie, mate. It is a toughie, but you got the last one right, so you do have a bit of room.
That's a toughie, that. It's got a 1-1 draw. So thinking now, who will have been up front?
Oh, here we go. He's up front.
Wood.
Roof.
This is the last year, isn't it? This is like when we ended season with Heckingbottom, I think. It's a poor side.
Roof's most likely then.
Roof. Yeah. Yeah, going with Roof.
Roof,
Roof is
final
on fire.
answer.
Roof.
This is question 8. I'm just checking. You're going for
Come on, Roof.
Roof.
Yeah.
Well, are you looking in?
Yeah. Come on, Roof.
That's unlucky, boys. He's the guy who scored it is doing wonders in Castillon at the minute, but it is not Kamar Roof. It is Pablo Hernandez.
Chuffing hell. I always find myself, lads, in that small pocket of time before Bielsa. I always go Roof if there's a, who's got Roof all the time. The time. Fucking hell. Pablo. Of course it got Pablo. Shocking.
Right, boys. 2 questions remaining. 3 questions in the book. So there is a swapperoo available.
Right.
Okay.
No, I've done that one. Right. Who was in charge of Leeds for our 3-2 Boxing Day win away against Sunderland in 2004?
Fucking right. Read that again, please, Bob. Focus here.
Who was in charge of Leeds for our 3-2 Boxing Day away win against Sunderland in December 2004?
2004. Venables, Reed.
No, we
that.
got down by then, didn't we?
No, I think that was season, wasn't it?
Was it?
I always think 2004 is Venables myself. Teddy Venables.
Let's say Reed. Let's say Reed then.
Oh, I'm torn.
You get the last one right?
Yeah.
No, we got Pablo. We got it right.
Oh shit, no.
So around that time, I mean, what division is it in? What league's it in? I mean, is it in Premier League still? Is that last? No. Down by
The thing is, we're guessing. We should switch through this. We're guessing. Get to question 10.
Switcheroo, mate. Give us answers and switch it up.
Switcheroo. The answer was Kevin Blackwell.
Oh, I'm glad
there you go. So, well, it was, yeah.
Yeah, fair play.
No switcheroos remaining.
Oof.
Question 9. What is Leeds United's biggest win against Sunderland? That is all-time biggest win against Sunderland. Historic day.
It hasn't happened yet. It happens on Sunday. But
yeah.
Oh mate, are you gonna give us like leeway a couple of goals either way here? Because that's brutal.
Is that what you want? You want 2 goals either way?
It's gonna be, isn't it? 4 goals either way. I ain't gonna
No. Whoa.
Right, Adam, straight away in my head, 7-0 jumped out, and I don't know why.
So 7-1 jumped out to me for no apparent reason.
So we got lock in 7-0, and that gives us a 5. It can't be 9, can it? So do we go down?
Yeah, but what's our area? Is it?
You've got 2 goals either side.
Yeah, of how many we won by?
That's too easy, man. You've got 1 goal either side.
I reckon we go 6-0.
By how many we won by?
Yeah, it's just the scoreline, isn't it?
Scoreline, yeah.
Yeah, but 1 goal either side. All right, fine, because it could be 6-1, 7-1. That was okay, fine. Do 6 then. I think 7. We both think 7 though. Let's just do 7.
7-0.
Gives us 6 to 8.
8-0 coming Sunday. We get a bonus point when that's right, yeah.
How many goals have we given you leeway?
1.
Is it end at quiz?
Are you happy with 1 goal leeway?
No.
Well, no, not now, no.
We agreed.
I'm happy.
Listen, you aren't locked in. You aren't locked it in yet, so you can think about it a bit longer if you want.
We just
give us 2 goals either way. Give us a Christmas miracle. It is Christmas. Don't be Scrooge. And you're gonna give us 2 goals, and you're gonna let us pick
Yeah.
7-0. And if it's 5 or 6 or 9, we're laughing.
Right, I'm seeing something in the chat here from Mark Addison and the Top Banana, right?
Right, look at
And
the
it's
chat.
saying a particular year and a score. And do you know what?
You're
If
having
that
to
is
check
correct, if that is correct, I got this quiz off Leeds United's website.
Here we go. I love you, man.
No. I got this quiz off Leeds United's website.
Yeah, man.
So if that is correct, you're going to have to blame Leeds United. What? So we're giving you
2 goals, Edway, and we're going 7-0.
Going 7 now.
You've just squeezed it. It was 5-0.
Oh, as if. Take that though. Thank you. Christmas miracle. What was that? Question 8.
Nine.
What were they saying then? Other lot.
10-0.
10-0. Never.
just guessing.
Never.
Oh no, Mark's giving it. Mark's giving a date as well.
That's what I said. Yeah.
Never. Oh well. Question 9. Let's go.
Anyway, that's on Leeds United's website. Go play the quiz yourself. That was question 9. This is to win it. This is to win it.
Win it. Christmas win
This is to win it. Right, you ready, boys? Which year did Don Revie leave Sunderland to sign for Leeds United?
For fuck's sake. Do we get a
58.
year swing on this?
We can negotiate a swing, a margin forever.
I think 3 either side is fair. That's not even too bad.
That's a lot.
3 years either way. You think? I know.
Top
2
teammate, you are. Top teammate, you are, AG.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
2.
Because AG has categorically said that's too easy. We're gonna give you 2 years either way.
Well, I don't think it was as early as what you said. In my head, it was 60, 61. In my head, it was like, but if you're telling me, you know for a fact it was 50s, it's got to be high 50s.
I don't. If we go 59, that gives you 60 and 61.
In my head, it was, yeah. In my head,
let's go 60. Let's go 60, and then we've got 61, 62, and 59, 58.
In my head, it was always 60. I mean, remember doing.
Let's go 60. Let's go 60. Let's go 60. Let's go 60.
I think it was 60.
We've got so many years to play with. But it's an easy win.
Come on. I don't think we'll have it exact, but come on. Tell me we've defeated the ladder. We're locking it in. Hold on, one sec. We're sat on 100 likes. Thank you very much. Everyone who's liked, who's watching. Are we just going to defeat the ladder for the 3rd or 4th week in a row?
4th week in a row.
Just a joke.
You've locked it in?
I've locked it in. I think 60.
Right, boys. The answer is Don Revie signed for Leeds from Sunderland in 1958. Get
it! Fucking get in. Absolutely.
I had it spot on.
You did. What was the chat like on that one? Oh, I'm buzzing with that.
Yeah, 58 all over the spot, mate.
Yeah, 58, 59, 58. I tell you what, if I were to watch the chat, I would always be looking for that one there, Eddie, because he's very similar to Priestley. There's a lot of people in here get stuff right, but he always stands out to me, the Super Leeds, Eddie. He's really accurate with his knowledge. But yeah, I'm buzzing with that. That was there, BOSSNASS, cracking quiz. As always, love that. But we have defeated the ladder. Love that, mate. I love that. Fraser just put great entertainment, guys. Not just your usual football chat, great interaction and a quiz, etc. MOT. Thanks so much for that, Fraser. We bring something different. Might not be everyone's cup of tea, but it seems to be 100+ every week's cup of tea, and we love it, don't we, boys? On the live, and then go on, mate.
I've got to go turn the heating off because currently 27 degrees in my boy's bedroom.
Yeah, get that turned down. Not good.
It's hot.
But yeah, it's minting it, Adam. Every week now we're getting 120, 130, 140 people watching, getting a couple of thousand views by the time it's done after a couple of days. And we put a lot into this, don't we, mate? And yeah, we really appreciate comments like that. Thanks for everybody who watches it. We love this show.
I don't know what episode we're on, mate, but we've been going for quite 5 months, 6 months?
No,
8
mate.
months?
9 months.
20
9th month.
9 months.
9 months, mate.
9 months.
Absolutely.
We started out doing this. We spent a long time discussing the show name. A lot of times on different bits of it. Sean BOSSNASS is we put a lot of effort into it. So yeah, really happy it's working out. And people like it. We really enjoy it, and people like it as well. That's great.
That's the difference in it. I think it stands out as well because we actually love it. 10 o'clock at night after a long week at work and stuff, boys. It can be grueling doing anything. This is what we look forward to through the week. And I've been buzzing, thinking, not sort of wanting Christmas that way, but think I can't wait for Late Night Leeds. Even though I'm sort of wishing bloody my favourite day of year away a little bit, waiting for this. So yeah, comments like that are great, and I know everyone interacts and enjoys it. So thank you so much.
I spent the whole day. My nephew's 14, getting stick from him. He goes, "Oh, do you do a podcast? You do a podcast, do you?" Oh, like all day long, he's been having me. Sad old man doing his podcast with his friends.
Yeah. Oh, look at you on YouTube. Who do you think you are? I got that other day for using. Oh, you use TikTok. Oh, you TikTok.
Yeah.
Who do you think you are? You're nearly dead. I'm like,
yeah, exactly. He's 14. He was giving me
minute.
so much stick earlier.
Oh, love it. Right then, boys. So this is a little bit different. So I've put two segments in the boys don't know anything about. Oh, no, I don't want to. We just defeated. I think we should keep that on when we defeat the ladder. I ain't going to lie, but I'll do as I'm told. Right then, by the executive producer, Mr. AG. So there's a couple of bits I put in. So everybody, don't turn off, but he's no Mr. Whitesnake today. He's got some new medication and he's struggling for motivation. He's okay, but he's. I think with Mr. Whitesnake's poem, he's going to just drop in now and again. When he fancies doing one, he's going to do it and we'll add it to the show whenever he wants to do one. But there's no Mr. Whitesnake rights this week. So I've added two little bits in. Right. So the boys know nothing about these. One serious one, one jokey one. And if you didn't watch last week's, this might go over your head, but play along anyway. Can you hear any boys? Right then. So if you watched last week's, you'll know about this. If you didn't, get to know, because it's going to be a regular on the show.
I'm in total disbelief, but who the hell is that in Matt Heath's teeth?
Let me just run it back, boys. Right, so anyone who didn't watch last week, somehow we got talking about Matt Heath, who I didn't know played for Leeds United. Me and Adam were, who was this Matt Heath? And then it rhymed with teeth, and we ended up going down this little segue of Matt Heath's teeth. So I thought I'm going to play it again, boys.
I'm in total disbelief, but who the hell is that in Matt Heath's teeth?
So each week, lads, I'm going to put an obscure ex-Leeds United player into Matt Heath's teeth and give you a few clues. And you're going to tell me who the hell is in Matt Heath's teeth. So I don't know how big or small this is going to look on YouTube. You may have to zoom in. You might have to get right to screen with your binoculars. But
Matty, can I just say,
yeah,
absolute genius.
I'm getting better at this, boy.
Yeah.
Right, boys. This week's who the hell is in Matt Heath's teeth.
Whoa,
might be hard to see. This may be hard to see. I've opened mine up bigger. Clues are: he joined in January of 2013 on loan from Belgian side Zulte Waregem. I don't know if I pronounced that right. He went viral for catching a duck mid-game before he joined Leeds United. And he only made 4 appearances total in 79 minutes. And he was a striker, and he came in to replace Luciano Becchio.
I remember it happening.
This is all for scale. So if that's too small, I'll have to make it slightly bigger next week. But I'm hoping, I zoomed in, I can make out who that is.
If you know it is, it's probably easier.
Definitely. Can I just ask you again? Do you quite like the segment?
Yes.
It's a genius move.
I want to see what chat's saying. Let me know in chat if you actually like this as well and if you understand what's going on, because I know this is totally new to chat. But Matt Heath played for Leeds United, played about 40 games, I think.
Oh.
Yeah, and there you go, Matt Heath's team. Who is that obscure Leeds United ex-player?
You know what? It's one of those. Do you know what? I remember it happening.
Thank you, mate.
I remember it happening, but I just can't. The name's not coming to my mind.
I'm just going to read this out. Fraser, thanks so much. £10 super chat. Thanks so much, mate, for supporting channel. Really, really appreciate that, mate. YouTube is always about the people, and you guys are great. So thank you. Merry Christmas. And thank you so much, mate. It's nothing if you're not watching it and engaging. Fraser, Merry Christmas to you too. And thanks so much for that, buddy. Star, man. Absolute star.
Can I get what happens if we get close? Do we get half a point?
Well, there's no points. It's just you don't win. And the streak starts with a big fat 0. Not me, mate. Not me. Not me, pal. Aisha, fuck's sake, got me creasing again with Matt Heath's teeth. I don't know. Mike's put Trezor Candle, but yeah.
What if we get it? What if we get like what people were calling him around the time?
Well,
Like it directly refers to him.
If I know who you mean, then yes, because it's a hard name. If you don't know the name, if you get it somewhat like, and I know who you mean, you can.
I remember a guy coming in from the Belgian league for the Becchio thing, and people were calling him the Haribo. Like Haribo sweets.
You've got it right.
Haribo sweet.
You've got it. Yep, you've got it. Habib, Habibu.
There we go.
And when he signed for Leeds, we all went looking at his highlight reel, and the most viral video of any highlights on a football field, he caught a duck and carried it off the field.
Yeah.
Habibu. That's the one, Bob Young. Max Gradle, unfortunately not. I've zoomed in and can't make it out. Yeah, all to scale. That's brush and scale. I'm going to have to, I think, extend it a little bit on the size next week. But I'll tell you what, Alan, I need to give it a lot more if you think that's Becky or like fair cop. Duncan Hamilton got Habibu. But did you ever reach out to Matt Heath, Steve? We have, and we're still waiting on a call back. But I'm sure they'll be thrilled to know that there's stuff like this going on out there in the internet.
Oh yeah.
I think so, boys. But yeah, so that was this week and the first ever edition of Matt Heath, Steve.
I'm in total disbelief, but who the hell is that in Matt Heath's teeth?
Teeth.
We'll talk more about that off air. But yeah, I want a little bit.
I think that's complete, mate. You've nailed it.
That's nailed.
What is going on in my head? I don't know. That we need to do a segment like what's
things. I'm expecting things from the second segment. If that's the
yeah, no, I agree.
What the hell is going on in Matt's head? Right. Anyways, thanks so much everyone watching. 105 likes, 113 watching. Please smash a like on the video as we proceed. So this one isn't funny. This is just something I thought I'd do because I got given. Oh, it's not up here. It's down upstairs now. Oh, no, it's not. It's here. I got given this book for Christmas on this day, Leeds United. So I thought it'd be nice that every Friday I'm going to do a little video and compile a certain day because there's various big things that happen on a certain day. And there's been quite a few. Boxing Day. So it's not a quiz. It's not a quiz. It's just literally letting you know what happened on this day.
Oh, okay. Yeah, nice.
So see what you think. Let me know if you want to keep it in. I think it's a nice little segment, but it's hard to top Matt Heath's teeth.
Yeah, that should have come second. That should have come second.
Well, this leads into, you'll see why this is where it is. It leads into what's coming next. So on this day, Thursday, the 26th of December, 2002, James Milner became the youngest ever Premiership goalscorer when he struck against Sunderland at the Stadium of Light, aged just 16 years and 356 days. The Black Cats were managed by former United boss Howard Wilkinson, who was having a torrid time in the North East, but his charges were a goal up at the break, and it took the introduction of Milner, replacing fellow local lad Alan Smith, to change the game. Milner energised United, scoring the equaliser, and a late Robbie Fowler penalty gave United a satisfying 3 points against their former boss. That's all it is, boys. I thought a nice little segment. What happened on this day?
It's nice. It's nice because you could have a little nap while it's on. That's what it's about.
I think so. It's just it brings you down back to the normal
when that's
world.
on, go and make yourself a cup of tea and come back when it's over.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, and that there helped me answer that Robbie Fowler.
Exactly. Yeah, I was just thinking that.
So actually, it would absolutely mean genius idea. Thank you so much. It was Habibu.
That's Matt Heath's teeth.
But yeah, so that on the day, it's a cool little book that really good.
Yeah.
Really good. Let me just while you're there, while you're just sat here watching anyway. Right. So also on Friday, the 26th of December, 2008, the Simon Grayson era began with an exciting 1-1 draw against eventual champions Leicester City at Ellen Road. United fell behind, but Robert Snodgrass, remember him, late equaliser to end the run of 5 consecutive losses, showed that the new man in the dugout had already begun to turn the tide and rebuild the team spirit that had been lacking in recent weeks. Simon Grayson.
I love Robbie Fowler. I don't know if that's a wild take, but I absolutely love Robbie Fowler.
Well, What a footballer! Not really for us, but Jesus, man, what a player!
That one of those things, you know, like we spoke about though, with like Leeds signing Longstaff. Like when we signed Fowler, you knew you were just signing someone who was guaranteed goal. I know it didn't last forever, but he came in. It was like, how have we managed to get Fowler?
Yeah.
Like,
You know
he
what?
won't 34-year-old past it. He was still like, it's Robbie Fowler who can bang goals.
was one of those
That's the age of strikers, though.
Yeah, he was one of them where he came in and I was like, right, that's the name going on my next shirt because I was only young. I was like, I'm getting that on my shirt.
Yeah, big time.
Because do you know what? Because people play two up front, you could have a lazier striker that was just pure quality. And for football, a long time you've not been able to do that. Two strikers are coming back a little bit more in vogue now, and you'll see better strikers as a result of that.
Yeah, could you imagine Mark Viduka coming has to press?
Exactly. You'll see better goal scorers because you'll get goal scorers. One can do donkey work and one can score the goals. Obviously, it won't quite work like split down the middle, but you'll see better strikers. With two up front, you'll always see better strikers, always. The strike partnerships.
Yeah,
I mean like Colin Moore Roy at Forest. I know it's a little talks about like Ferdinand Shearer, Aspria. Like so many good footballers.
Can we say Dwight and Cole?
Yeah, we can. You know what, that came to mind very early on, but what a strike partnership. And neither of them would have worked in a one man up front system. Neither.
Oh no, would they? Absolutely no chance.
Neither would have taken it back to goal. And they wouldn't have got so absolutely.
Imagine Bergkamp. Imagine Bergkamp at top of a 4-2-3-1. Just go on, Dennis. Go do his stuff.
Bergkamp would have been on the bench for Fark in the Championship because he wouldn't get a spot for him.
It's brutal, isn't it? When you actually look into detail of it, it's brutal.
Bergkamp, he's a good player, but he just can't press.
Oh my god!
Yeah, man.
Bergkamp, honestly, one of the best players ever, isn't he?
It was like watching art form on pitch. It was just art. It was unbelievable, mate.
There's so many low, even like Letizia. Like I say, Colin Moore was a brilliant strike. Colin Moore Roy at Forest were a great strike partnership. But it's all about the partnerships. All about the partnerships.
Yeah, I tell you what, Bob Young there. I think that one about right. You probably nailed it anyway. Fowler 14 in 30. It's not to be sniffed at that. And there was some competition in that strike force.
I'd have loved it if we had him. If we didn't go into like financial meltdown. Because he went on to like still be a good striker for like Man City and stuff like that.
Remember to Liverpool as well, didn't he? But you think we had like Fowler, Robbie Keane, Huckabee, Viduka, Smith, like Jesus wept.
Oh, absolutely.
Imagine Farker being 2-0 down to someone and chucking all them on at once. Go on, boys. Go on. Huckabee playing centre half. Get up there, son. Absolutely classic.
Bridges wouldn't get a look in. One striker. Bridges wouldn't get a look in.
Bridges, a player that play for both clubs. Inspired the bridging the gap. Did it, Mr. BOSSNASS? Was your idea? Good luck.
Oh yeah, it was my idea. I finally got credit for that. How long has it been?
There you go. It's been a long time, mate. It's been a long time. Right then, boys. So that's all the sort of fun bits out. Some will think this is fun. Someone won't think it's fun on Sunday. I tell you that. It is a big match preview for Leeds v Sunderland at the Stadium of Light because we've not even touched on it once tonight. Feels so much Christmassy again. So Christmassy again. So Christmassy. I love it. Absolutely love it. Right then, boys. Because like I say, we haven't touched on it at all. I'm so surprised we haven't even said their name yet, Sunderland. But we travelled to Stadium of Light Sunday. It feels a big game. I've been told it's a must-win for us because we're in the relegation fight, and for them, it's one of them. And the pressure is on Leeds United. I actually think the way we're playing with a bit of a freedom. We've just played with the most immense amount of pressure that you could probably have, especially at the management level, boys. You know, half-time at City, he's getting sacked if that goes pear-shaped for me, or within the next week or two after that. That's a fact. So the pressure, I don't feel like is on us. I think we're playing with a freedom. We're 6 points clear. It's looking a lot more rosy in our garden. I think there's a lot more internal pressure potentially on Sunderland at the minute because their goals, their targets have shifted now, boys. I've heard that they want to be pushing for Europe. I've heard they're willing to spend tens of millions to solidify that top 10 position. So internally, there's quite a bit of a shift, isn't there, from going with Tech 17th to all of a sudden, we're up there. Can we maintain it? So I think there's quite a little bit of pressure on them because I think if and when we go up to Stadium of Light, BOSSNASS, and turn them over, that could be the start of the decline that I think inevitably will come from a side that you said rightly so, have done brilliant, recruited well, smashed all expectations, and we'd be absolutely buzzing to be where they are. But they ain't going to stay there. and it starts on Sunday for me, BOSSNASS. Let's bring the heat, pal. Turn it up. Get it on full.
Look, I see it this way. I've seen multiple seasons in the Premier League where, and we're seeing it again this season with Palace, but you have a Palace, you have a Villa, you have a Fulham, and it's not uncommon to see a side which, when you look at the team quality throughout the squad, you would say is a mid-table team. Now, for Sunderland to go from a mid-table championship team to getting promoted off having the back of a brilliant manager.
Guys, it'll be 1 minute. Sorry.
No worries, mate. Come on.
Getting promoted off having on the back of having a brilliant manager to then have one transfer window and assembling a mid-table Premier League team is incredible. Absolutely incredible work.
Yeah.
But I can't help but feel. Listen, Leeds, if they get a win at the Stadium of Light, will have to be brilliant because Sunderland will bring it. They will.
Yeah, of course.
But the thing that gets me is almost like a sense of arrogance now within the fan base. And all I can hope is that the players and the coaching staff are as arrogant as the fans are. Because if they are as arrogant as what the fans are at the minute, that's where they'll slip up.
Yeah.
But I don't think that's the case. I don't think the actual coaching staff and the players will be like as pissed on their own Kool-Aid as what the fans are at the minute. And listen, I don't even blame the fans. I don't even blame the fans because if that was us, Matty, we would be insufferable.
Yeah, we would. Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
I agree.
So it's fine, but do you know, like, if Sunderland fans are now looking down, as it comes in the table, they can look down because we're below them. But if they're looking down as in this is an easy game or this is going to be a walkover, we're all going to be singing Elvis like a bunch of idiots at full time, then it's not. Then that's when it starts to get dicey for them. Look, I think Sunderland will comfortably finish out of trouble this season. I think they'll be mid-table, banging mid-table. They'll finish about 11th, 10th, 12th, whatever. That's a fantastic season. Absolutely fantastic season for them. But they will finish closer to Leeds United than they will do fifth.
Yeah, no, I agree. I agree. That gap will close, and I think they can take a lot of confidence in even going to Brighton and getting 0-0. You know, we got slapped up there, BOSSNASS, and I think you get that when you get an away performance where, and they've had it even at home against Arsenal, but they went to Chelsea away. You know, we beat them at home. They went to Stamford Bridge, and when you get as you start ticking the games off, you know, I remember speaking to Wayne, you know, on a weekly basis as I do, and 5, 6, 7 games in, he's thinking, what a start, but the longer it goes on.
Yeah,
you get that belief. And again, Brighton away, you go then, you think we could lose, and they get a 0-0, and that shows the resilience. That shows when they're not playing too well, they can grind a result out that someone like a Leeds United would probably go lose. Do you know?
You can't, as Leeds fans, Newcastle, whatever, you can't say to a Sunderland fan it's a fluke. You don't go away and beat Chelsea, and that's a fluke.
I agree.
You don't go halfway through a season and and they're board at board level have every right. They have every right to go if we put a few more players in and around key players, you know, and just shore it up to cover for injuries and stuff like that. They're absolutely in their right to go. We can challenge for a Conference League spot because there's nothing saying they can't. But there's also nothing saying that it can't go the other way as well. But look, to get promoted through the playoffs and sign Xhaka and Habib Diarra and Siddiqui and Adingra, and I could just carry on going. They seem to be signing somebody every other day. Is an absolutely phenomenal, and I mean phenomenal. One of the, I don't know a better transfer window from Premier League in history.
Yeah,
it's the best for me. It's the best transfer window jumping from Championship to Premier League in history.
We are giving a credit, Martin. Loads of credit.
So credit to the board, credit to the manager, who I think is a brilliant manager. I've said that before on here.
Yeah, me too.
But don't underestimate a Leeds United team that are very together, fighting for the manager, never shown any fractures, and they're playing for each other, because it's two northern teams that are fancying themselves at the minute. So it's gonna be physical out there. If we can do one thing, we can be physical, and we'll have a scrap. Do you know what I mean? So look, 11v11 at Stadium of Light. It's going to be loud. It's going to be loud. But you know, I've heard some Sunderland fans saying you won't even be able to hear the Leeds fans. That's again ridiculous. And
They will say, BOSSNASS, that's the best away support they've had this season. I guarantee come full time.
I think so. But look, I'll say this: two teams gone up. I'm not putting Burnley in this because I think they'll fall short. But two teams have gone up from the Championship and assaulted what we was hearing was this new Premier League order of 1 to 17 that was going to stay where it was and not get moved. Yeah, we've gone up there and we've gone, do you know what? Forget it. It's over. We're not having it. And I think credit to both teams in that. I'm looking forward to a very difficult and hard fought game. And other than Chelsea and Man United, and this is a compliment to Sunderland fans, by the way. Don't take this the wrong way. Other than Chelsea and Man United, this season, I will not celebrate a goal harder than against you lot, because look, we have built up this little bit of back and forth. But look, like Matty said, it in the most part it's been very respectful, so it's been fun. But let's just see, and don't be surprised for me if this could potentially for both teams be like one of the games of the season, because I think it's going to be a really good game of football.
I think too. I think so too, Matt. I do. AG, I'm going to bring this onto the screen and let me know your thoughts. So, in the last 5 Premier League games, Sunderland and Leeds both have 8 points. And I know we're conceding goals and they've been better defensively, but look at the amount of shots on target we've had, the goals we've scored and the conversion rate. Look at the difference in conversion rates. You know, in the last 5 games, they've scored 5 goals. And we've had a harder. We've played 4 of the top 8 in that run. 4 of the top 7, I think, when we played. We've had a harder run in the last 5 games. Albeit, I think a couple of home games, they may have had a home game less. But look at the conversion rate. Look at how many shots we're creating more shots. We're scoring more goals. We're scoring these big chances that earlier in the season, AG, we were missing. Calvert-Lewin was missing chances. The conversion rate wasn't great. I don't remember the last sitter we sort of put wide. I don't, DCL is a massive talking point. But without the service, I think they can be mistaken into looking too much into DCL, telling us Ballard's going to and Alderete are going to take your eye off everybody else. That midfield will have you. You know, you might have Xhaka in there. For me, there's a lot more to our Arsenal than just DCL. The service he's getting has been exemplary, and he's been putting it in the onion bag, AG. But to those, obviously, defensively, it tells a different tale to a degree. We've conceded 2 goals more. I think they've conceded 5, we've done 7. But look at those. That's good reading. That as a Leeds fan, Adam.
Yeah, no, I think. But what we're doing is we're getting the ball in the box a lot, and we're not really a pot shot team. We're just getting the ball into good areas and creating chances. Like with a lot of those goals are chances we couldn't really miss. Penalties, like DCL scored about 3 on the line, whatever it may be. So I think attacking wise, we're just getting the ball into the box a lot, an awful lot. And I think we simplify what we do. And we're Sunderland are a good side. Going back to the overall of Sunderland Leeds, I mean, I think the Premier League, I think they're both Premier League clubs. They both offer something very similar in terms of the size of the club and the fan base and the raucousness and all those sorts of things in terms of for the Premier League. But there's no rivalry. There's no. If Sunderland get in Europe this season, it'll only hurt them next season. They'll struggle more in the Premier League if they get into Europe. Last thing I think you want to do is get into Europe in the season back in the Premier League. Now, don't get me wrong, I'd rather be Sunderland Leeds in my position in the league, but I don't think it's a great thing. And football's broken down into seasons. These things it all goes peaks and troughs. It wasn't long ago both clubs in the League One. This rivalry thing is absolute nonsense, of course. When you started bridging the gap, I thought it'd be just 2 promoted clubs talking about how well each other are doing. That's quite naive, wasn't it? Really?
Yeah.
But I don't know, this rivalry stuff. I mean, it's absolute nonsense. And but at the same time, I don't look out for Sunderland scores. I couldn't care less. I like them as a club, but it's all about Leeds United for me. And when we play them Sunday, I'll hate everything about them because it's how I feel whenever Leeds play anyone. They're doing really well. They're a big club. Their fans are great. I couldn't give a shit though. I just want to go there and stuff them. But if we don't, still look, I think both teams will stay in the Premier League this season and we'll move on from there. And that's it. They've done brilliantly what they've done. They've had a brilliant transfer there. Not Jude Bellingham, the other one, left, and they've reinvested that money. Now they're in the top half. And they go, every position's worth £3 million. We can reinvest in January because PSR, we got more headroom, knowing we'll probably finish 5, 6, 7, 8 places higher than we thought we would have. So they can keep reinvesting that money. They spent it really well. They spent the most of any promoted club that's ever come up. So it's no surprise they're doing very well, but of course they've spent it really well as well. And the Breeze are a really good manager. It's fine, but they're doing their thing. We're doing our thing. We're only crossing paths with playing a game of football. And I think to write off, if they're thinking of writing off Leeds United in this game, they're quite foolish. Actually, it's quite stupid because Leeds are on a hot streak at the moment. They've got momentum. They've got confidence. We're going there knowing we can win that game of football. And that they are missing a few players with AFCON. I know not a lot of starters, but a lot of backup, a lot of squad players. They've not got a whole heap of depth there, so they're missing a few players. It's fine.
Saniki and Ronaldo are two huge starting losses for them. They're massive losses, them two.
Yeah, Ronaldo for his age has been amazing.
Great signing. Great signing.
My agent, mate, I sent it to them playing, was flabbergasted. Here's one that Leeds didn't take Ronaldo off him and took Goodmanson instead. He was flabbergasted by that.
What, your agent mate?
My agent mate, I said this on the plane once, who told me everything, every transfer he's ever done. Yeah, I didn't even ask. Basically, he was obviously offering him around. The Leeds didn't want him. They went for Goodmanson. But that's just a long-term thing, isn't it?
Yeah, there's more legs to that. In the staying up and consolidating, Ronaldo will do a great job for them.
That's all it's about.
It is. We took a bit of a gamble there, then, but it's turned out well. We're happy with Goodmanson. Sort of to touch on our defensive frailties, boys. Have you seen enough in this turnaround of Farker, the turnaround that's obviously happened this last 5-6 weeks or 5-6 games, to see that the defence isn't a massive problem, even though the overlying stats really show we're still conceding goals, boys. I think we conceded 7 or 8 in these last 5 games, so no clean sheet in 14. But for me, I don't think in game we're conceding many big chances. Perry's making a couple of saves a game, but no outrageous. How do you feel, BOSSNASS, in terms of his defence? Is it a little bit of a myth that we shite away from home and we shite defensively? Or do you think the stats sort of back that up and we've just got to...
No, absolutely we were shite away from home for the majority of the season. Absolutely we were shit away from. And then, obviously, it's difficult because it's like I almost want to segment that 4-3-3, rigid 4-3-3 start of the season away from what we've seen since the second half of Man City. I want to split the two things because to me it's almost like they're totally different things, even though the majority of the players are the same. No, absolutely. The defence has been absolutely a lot better since we've put 3 at the back with wing backs. Big All, look, people, he was starting to get pelters, and rightly so. He didn't look good in a 2. He doesn't really have the speed to recover, but when you put him in a 3 and you've got Strauch and Rodon there, that's solid. That's solid. Rodon's a real good communicator. It seems like Biol is too. So look, and I really like our wing backs. I think they get back really effectively, both of them. Yeah, they do. I know Goodmanson does get a bit of stick, but I fail to see when he's not recovering. He does recover, and he does put pressure on opposition wingers. So I think this game for me it's a cliche, but it will be one in the midfield. Can we shut down Granit Xhaka? That's the biggest question, because he will distribute that ball all day long, and if he gets a shot from the edge of the area or has a dead ball situation on the edge of the area, it's big trouble. Because the person that I least trust on this Leeds United team up to now is Lucas Perry. So, at the end of the day, we've got to do pretty much what we did with Palace. We've got to actually earn the right to play our style of football.
Got to ride that early storm, haven't we? Because that we know, we've seen images, that crowd, that home support's going to be. It's down to us to silence them fairly early for me.
Look, it's not like a West Ham going up to Sunderland who are used to playing in the soulless ball. It's not. It isn't that. At the end of the day, players can get rattled by a wall of noise. right? If you're not used to playing in it. But Leeds United players are used to playing in it. When I am pretty sure, I can't say this for a fact because I've never been in a part of it, but I'm pretty sure when you're in the zone
Yeah.
and you're playing football, a wall of noise is a wall of noise. I don't think they're singing along to the tunes. I don't think they're hearing the words. It's just noise. For me, that's how it would be. So I don't think the Sunderland crowd is going to affect Leeds United players as much. They might still affect them, but not as much as maybe what they used to. Again, Perry's distribution has to. Let's not be kicking it into Rose Ed. Let's be making sure we're giving our players a chance. Let's be crowding the midfield for when those balls are in the air. Sunderland are better on the ball, playing along the ground. The through balls, Sunderland are better. I would say they've got more technically able players in most areas of the pitch. But if we play our game to our abilities, then we've got a chance. But we have to shut down. We have to shut down, or at least try to limit Granit Xhaka, and make sure that when we are, because set pieces are going to be massive in this game. I know Sunderland are referred to as a set piece team as much as we are, but look, Dan Ballard is a massive threat from corners. They have several free takers that can ping one in. So it's not going to be a case of Leeds are playing for set pieces and Sunderland are going to be, all out attacking, free flowing, liquid football. I think this game could reduce down to not an ugly game of football. Let's say an old school game of football.
Yeah, it's an intriguing one for neutrals. Whether it ends up being a really good game with loads, I think it's an intriguing one for neutrals. Though you can't quite probably call it. I'm gonna say with Chester, I think we're doing, but I think it's quite an interesting matchup with everything. When you look at even down, like I said, that middle, you've always got that historic rivalry with the '73 final. You've got that little bit of bite from the players who may or may not have gone in for in the summer, and obviously this channel's created a bit of jeopardy for me. But I think just the fact that we both came up, you're always going to have that, even though they don't feel like an newly promoted side because they're flying high, they are a newly promoted side. And that has bite, you've come up together. We had 2 good games with them last season that went right down to wire. So I expect, great atmosphere for both sides to play in. We'll bring it, they'll bring it. And for me, it's just sort of being in the, when you get big moments in games, it's about trying to keep our cool in those moments because moments, can win you points and lose us points. And in certain areas this season, we've switched off and we've allowed cheap goals after performing really well all game. Goodmanson away at Fulham. We conceded home to Bournemouth later on, and we didn't deserve that. I think what you're seeing now, lads, is we're deserving the results we're getting, and I think we're getting a little bit more fortunate, rubber green on the side to go along with how well we're playing. But just to sort of move on to you, Adam, now, Jacques has been mentioned quite a lot there. He's been mentioned all season as being one of the best signings of the season, and I probably put him right up there, to be honest. Been outstanding. I'm really intrigued to see how our midfield 3, whoever it is, I'd love to know your thoughts. Is it going to be Tanaka, Aronson? Does Gruev come in potentially? Because maybe he goes, I hope not, but I'm intrigued to see how Ampadu does against Xhaka, because I heard all this stuff about Xhaka, and it wouldn't surprise me if Ampadu, with the form he's in, can snuff him out. And there'll be Sunderland fans in here saying absolutely no chance. And I hear you. But watch Ampadu play on Sunday. If he plays anywhere near his level, he can't AG. He can combat.
Yeah, no, I think Andrew's been brilliant this season. I think he's been really, really good. But I think they'll play about 30 yards apart for most of the game, him and Xhaka anyway. I think he'll be more in.
He's been getting forward, though, hasn't he? He's been getting forward.
Yeah, he has, but it's only like breaking. I think in general, he's still the guy to sit in front of the back 3. I think he's beginning more in sort of Snacka or Aronson's territory. I think he'll probably play Aronson again as a result of play against Xhaka. Xhaka's like BOSSNASS said, he makes him tick. Everything goes through him. He's a really good footballer. Not even like he'll still get it through quickly, but most stuff goes through him because he's that good. But it's the interesting part for me is how Fark sets up. Is he? Because some of them play very similarly to us in terms of how high octane home, get it forward quickly. And if we don't tend to try and do that away like we do at home, so it can turn into a basketball match, and that's probably not what Fark wants. But if we just dawdle on it at the back and try and take the sting out of it, I don't think that's going to work either. They will press us. So you've got to play through the press or play over the press. You can't faff around with the back and play it between you and hope it works out. So we've got to have a good game plan for that. But that's why we're open at times, is because the velocity of our press as well. We're trying to go man to man at home. And I think that's why Stack's never really in position because he's following a winger or a fullback or something. He's always out somewhere. So that's why, that's why people play for the middle of us a lot, because I think our players it's quite spread out because they're going man for man. So whether we do that, whether we sit into a mid block, a mid-low block, is nothing altogether. But I think, the tools are there for us to get a result. And the tools are, again, Sunderland are missing a few. And they want us to press. They want to play for us quickly. It's not playing to their hands. I mean, I think we should press, but I think there's times where we should sit in a block as well. So it's going to be quite interesting what Fark does. I think because Fark can win this game of football if he can counter what Sunderland do. Because what Sunderland do is quite simple. They want you to play. They want you to have more of the ball, and they want to play on the break a little bit more. I think, even at home. But so I think, and you can counter that. Palace were the same. Palace have played that way all season, but we just snowballed them. We just ran through them. They just weren't ready for it. I don't think we could do that away from home though. So it'd be quite interesting to see what we try and do.
Yeah, no, it is, mate. And I don't like being so much better at home than away from home. It's just a patch of grass, but it does take. We do set up differently, don't we?
Like it though.
Yeah, of course it is. You're not going to play the same. But like when it comes to Sunderland at home, there is that tag of unbeaten, and that will be something they'll pride themselves on. Like when you've got, you want to keep a clean sheet on a run going. The fact they're unbeaten at home, that does bring another few percent that may be enough for them. I understand that, but I do feel like in this little bubble we're in, we will have enough. And I was delighted to hear Metcho probably features in this, lads. He's back, I think, maybe on the bench, maybe doesn't start. What's your lineup looking like, BOSSNASS? Are you thinking it's the same as? Do you think Metcho comes straight back in, or has he had too many games out to be considered for contention? Because Metcho offers so much more than Okafor. Differently, but
is Metcho fit? Have we had any word on that?
I think in his presser he said he's been training. I think he's potentially back in the squad. Not a definite, but yeah. If
he's showing that he's capable in training, then I'd play him. It'd just be 3-5-2, but I'd play Tanaka. So I think you've got to be brave in this game. I think there's no point not being brave in this game. You need somebody who can carry the ball. Because to me, I would, where possible, if we're getting penned in territory, just go along and try and Metro and DCL get you up the pitch. Goodmanson, Bogle running on. But yeah, Sunderland are unbeaten at home, and I think that's not a fluke, and you've got to give them credit for that, because if it was a fluke, you don't get that result against Arsenal. Was it a last minute equaliser, last kick of the game, pretty much?
Yeah, for them, yeah.
So they have shown some real spirit there. So it is going to be a mental battle as well as a physical, but it's going to be an old school game. I wouldn't mind a cheeky anytime red card in this game. I really wouldn't.
Yeah, I could see it.
Yeah, I think, like I said, I think it's going to be very physical. I think it's going to be who's going to play the dark arts better in this game, because I think there's room for that in this game.
Yeah,
I think there's going to be areas where people are tapping at your ankles, and if you're switched on, you go down, because it gives us a set piece, especially Leeds. So I hope Farker's got them switched on for that, in terms of, if you're in a situation where you feel like you could beat your man, but you have been tapped on the ankle, just go down, take the set piece. Player management's going to be crucial. Make sure that we make subs at the right time, even if it isn't those pre-constructed 65, 70th minute substitutions. If somebody's looking tired and is compromising areas of the pitch, get them off, get them switched.
Yeah, I agree.
And be brave, go for it. We're not in a stage of the season where 3 points is either going to relegate us or get us totally out of trouble, even though if West Ham lose, a 9-point gap would be lovely.
That'd be saying.
But yeah, for me, the message would be brave, believe in yourselves, win the battle, win the physicality battle, and be clever. Make sure you take your set pieces when they're offered up, whether that's a clip of the ankle or a push in the back. Take them, especially in offensive areas of the pitch.
Newcastle. I watched the Sunderland Newcastle game. And Newcastle were horrendously tepid. They tried to sit in and take the sting out of the game by just playing a low block, and they didn't press. They didn't try and.
They weren't brave, Adam. They weren't brave.
No, it was worse than that. I think it was not cowardly necessarily, but they thought, we're hanging for 60 minutes, then we'll try and grab a goal. And of course, it It doesn't work like that. Like, and I know they suddenly only scored one, and they sort of the game plan almost worked, but they weren't trying to win the game of football. And you can't go into this. We started the same against Brighton to defend our box, but what you end up doing, you're not even making tackles. You just sit into your shape and don't even engage the opposition. And you can't do that. You've got to engage them. You've got to find a way to engage them. And you can't just think how. Again, it's not about how is it easy for us. How can we cope? How can we stay in this? How can we hurt them? And I think that's important. You've got to find the right balance all the time in this game of football. I think a lot of away teams struggle with that at the moment. How can we hurt them? And it's not saying, I'm not saying they can't, I don't think they even try and come up with a game plan. I think they think, how can we stay in this for 20 minutes, 40 minutes, 60 minutes, wherever it is, and then we'll do something. You got to find a way to punish teams if they're not very good. I didn't even like Brentford weren't very good. We weren't looking to hurt them for a long time in that game of football. We were trying to just stay in the game of football, almost playing for a draw. I don't think playing for draw is quite the right terminology. I know that always looks like, but I don't think that's what you're doing necessarily. I think you're trying to keep the opposition out. And yeah, we can't do that. We've got to find ways where, and I don't lose our shape through pressing necessarily, but I think you can take advantage of their press because they try and take advantage of their velocity and the way they're playing football to play through them. Think of how the shapes we can have, pull players into different angles. Playing directly can be a 30-yard pass along the floor. It hasn't got to be a 60-yard pass in the air. So, you know, find there's lots of ways to hurt Sunderland. They're not, you know, they're a good football side, but they're playing at home in such a way that like Palace away, you know how they're going to play. So how are we going to hurt them? That's important to think about. I think the Metro starting would help that because as Boss said, we get back the pitch doing it.
We can't play slow in this game.
We can't.
Like the tempo in this game is absolutely crucial. And one other thing I won't mind in this game, because sometimes Leeds fans don't like this, and I understand it because it's not really our style, but I'd like Ampadu to be in the referee's ear every single time. Every single time. The not without reason, but every single time there's a tackle which is slightly late, or you know, there's anything like that, a push or a niggle off the ball or whatever. Because look, you've got to take as many home advantages away from that team as possible. And I want us to be badgering that referee from the start, in line with something. I want them to know that we've come here not to roll over a serious football club. And I want them to get in the ear of the referee, because I know there was a bit of talk about Longstaff doing it and this, that, and the other, and people didn't like it. I think away from home, especially in a game like this, which I think is going to be physical, and it's going to be a war of attrition. If we don't think the Sunderland player is going to crowd the ref and get into him, then we've got something else going. We need the leaders of our team to do exactly the same thing, make it a fair playing field for our boys.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, I fully get that, mate. Yeah, John McKinney here though. This is what annoys us, in it, pal. Obviously, he's talking about the defense and area duel percentages, and that. I know Ballard's smashing it, right? But then you put this. To be honest, your best bet is taking long shots and praying. I mean, we're not Accrington Stanley here. You know, we're not an absolute set of mugs. You know, we're not. We're separated by 8 points. That will soon be 5, and then we'll soon be 2 come Ellen Road, right? I don't understand how anybody can. I mean, we've sort of waxed lyrical about how happy we are about Leeds, but we've also give them a massive amount of credit here and said this and that, right? We all predict Leeds will win. I'm sure we'll get to prediction soon. They think they'll win, but to say something, you know, as sort of bad as praying, we need to pray that we can go to Sunderland and even be in the game for any moment. That is ridiculous. It's not Jake Paul versus Anthony fucking Joshua. You know, it's 2 heavyweight Premier League clubs historically who will be separated potentially by, you know, a handful of points come end of season. You're not going to steamroll us. You're not going to put 5 past us. You don't score goals. Go on you can talk all day about your defence and aerial ability. You haven't come up against Calvert-Lewin yet, and you all laughed at Calvert-Lewin. You all laughed at him as a signing. You know, he turned you down to come to us, and you all laughed saying you can have him. Well, it's turned out one of the best signings in Premier League, and he'll be on that plane to the World Cup, and he'll score 2 on Sunday, and he'll prove you all wrong. We played Man City. Their defence and midfield's better than yours. Scored 2 goals. We played Chelsea. Their defence and midfield's better than yours. All yours. Scored 3 goals. Played Liverpool, regardless of what you think. Canate and walk into your fucking team. I don't care what you say. And he's shite. And we put 3 past them. So no matter what you say, in the last 5 games, I understand as a whole, me and BOSSNASS have said it, you can't, unfortunately, you can't just put a line down and go, well, that don't count, because it does. And we've got a lot of work to make up, because we didn't have our ducks in a row for the first 3 months of the season. And that's on a lot of people. That didn't happen. You did. You got it all done early, and you gelled from the off, and fair fucking play. We didn't. But it's a different side you're facing now. And if you think Dan Ballard and Alderete, no matter how good they are, can stop a side that scored as many goals as we've had the last 4 or 5 weeks, just based on the fact that it's Dan Bloody Ballard, he's well good into him. Well, so is Calvert-Lewin, pal. It's a load of shite, Ian Brown, McKinney, whatever your name is this week. Leeds are a force right now to be reckoned with. And Stadium of Light is fuck all to Leeds. And we'll come up there and we'll show you it. Good night.
Do you feel better now, Matty?
I think John got the bite he wanted there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just playing along to Crowley. I just went off on one. I love it. But the word praying really pissed me off then.
Oh,
Like,
he's fine. He's stupid.
fucking hell. No, I didn't think so. I'm quite cool there. I'm cool, calm, and collected. Matty Foster's what they call me. You know what I mean? But yeah, it's one of them where guaranteed Sunday night Leeds. Oh, that's going to got number 1 again, and he's going to get all royalties from that being a massive hit again, based on Sean Healy. But yeah, it is one of them. I'm pumped for it, as you can tell. I am proper pumped for it. But yeah, I think it's easy to generalise Leeds on the whole and just go, they're not that good away from home, but we are a different beast at the minute, and they'll come on stuck. I mean, let's be fair, the trajectory Sunderland are on, AG. It's got to stop at some point, or they're in Champions League, aren't they? You know what I mean? Or they're winning a trophy next season. It ain't going to happen. It ain't going to happen.
I say they might qualify for Conference League, might qualify for UEFA Cup, but I think it'll only hurt them next season. Leeds did this under Bielsa, of course. You know, finished. If they, you know, we didn't invest in the market, but we finished 9th in the first season, got relegated, or nearly got relegated, then got relegated. It gets tougher. It's not. Football's broken down into seasons. You know, you can do this discussion now. You can do it in 3 years' time, where both clubs are. It's all great. You know, like it's just little little passages of play, and it all comes together. Like we play a game on Sunday against each other. Whoever wins. They might finish 12th. We might finish 17th, and then you go again next season. It's what it's all about. Like, so it doesn't really matter. Let's say Sunderland are a good club, but it doesn't mean I look out for them. It doesn't mean I give a shit about them. And that's it.
They're definitely writing us off the lot, though. They're definitely writing us off here. They're definitely not putting
balance. Just for a little bit of balance, and this might be annoying, but Sunderland do deserve credit for where they are right now. I can't not go.
100%.
Right, they do deserve the credit for where they are right now. How they're kind of measuring themselves against other teams right now, I think, is a little bit wonky. But again, it's understand. Look, when we was in the Champions League in the group stages and we got battered by Barcelona, all the commentators, everyone was saying this team got in Champions League too early. This and they're not going to do anything. This that all we heard it ITV. This and got to the semi-final. What Sunderland are capable is what Sunderland are capable of. Nobody knows that right now. Sunderland fans don't know it. They have a better idea. Nobody else has that, because it will play out across the season. My perspective is, I think that maintaining this would be a very long shot. However, it's not impossible. But the way that Sunderland fans are acting is very annoying. It's very annoying. It's like it's almost like they're little brothering people, like looking down on people, going, "Oh, it's only for Sunderland to be going. It's only Leeds." That's annoying. I watched that. What's it? That Sky Sports one. That Sky Sports fan debate show. Do you know which one I'm talking about?
I do. Yeah.
And there's a Newcastle guy, and he's coming like almost like a fancy dress, Newcastle suit.
Yeah.
And he's doing exactly the same thing to the Sunderland lass that was on that show, going, it's this, that, and the other, like belittling this person who come on to talk about football because they're Newcastle and that's little old Sunderland. And the Newcastle and the Sunderland people hated it. Well, take a look in the mirror. That's what you're doing to a lot of other teams. Is you're looking down from your little thing, going, "Oh, look, it's only them." So there's only so many times people can do that before before it bites them on the arse. Newcastle found out when they went to the stadium of light, and they had to listen to that shitty little Elvis song at the end. Hopefully, we don't have to do the same.
Oh yeah, man. John McKinney. People said we'd drop off before November, and when we played Arsenal, yeah, I think that one of those games where you sit back and go, "Wow, maybe it's not going to stop," and then you go away to Brighton. I'm like, they'll get beat today. It doesn't happen. So fair play, like you said, AJ earlier, we'd be saying exactly the same, and we have been doing like this last 4 or 5 weeks. We're starting to get to that point, but we do throw a lot of respect to their way. 100%, we're very balanced. We're not idiots. We can see
they've done really well. But again,
really well.
I couldn't give a shit. It's not Leeds United. Honestly, I couldn't care less. I couldn't care less for any other club, really. We
can't play yourself though, mate. We've got to preview this shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah, well, I know these people are on here trying to mock Leeds and talk about Sunderland. They're on a fucking Leeds United channel doing it. Like they're fucking taking the time out of their day to do this. Fair enough. Like
Tom wants to snap.
But you know, like if you say get through the day coming on out, I've never watched another club's channel do anything in my life, like ever. You know, like it's fine doing this, but whatever. You know, I can't mock in other clubs. All I care about is Leeds United. How Leeds United
subs you too. Don't you believe
I do. I do it all the time. If we like, you know, when we beat Palace and West Ham had lost, I was all over the West Ham things. I was all over. I was ruining Christmases left, right, and centre.
Oh, you shit house.
No, I wasn't, mate.
Love it.
It was going live straight after the Leeds game, going, it's 6 points, we're relegated, all this. Mate, I love it. You know what I mean? I think it's all good. It's all good fun. It's all good fun. But I think, look, it's just one of those. It's that saying, isn't it? You've got a bit too big for your boots.
They have. I'm really easy to trigger, but it's just
We've
got to talk about it.
Easy to trigger or not, they're on here talking about fucking Sunderland, talking about Leeds United, so whatever. Like it doesn't really matter. I say I don't care, whatever. I think we'll go there. I think we beat them on Sunday. I think in 2 years' time we'll be the established Premier League side, and I'm not sure Sunderland will be.
I agree.
They'll be crying, and then they'll go from there.
SJ, why would we crumble? Here we go with the arrogance. Why are we creating a rivalry? Why are you creating a rivalry with us? There's plenty of other teams to catch. Why us in particular? Because we're playing you on Sunday, pal.
It's nothing.
And you get brought up quite a lot because there's always Sunderland fans in my chat. So obviously, I read questions out every question because I'm one of those content creators or people on YouTube or fat lad that waffles on. However you want
There's no rivalry. No, sorry, mate. There's no rivalry. Like we don't talk about Sunday every week. What this bit of the show is called is the preview to the next match, and the next match we so happen to play Sunderland. That's it. And that's we're discussing Sunderland. There's no great rivalry. There's never been I mean, people tell me there was a rivalry in the 70s. There's never been a rivalry since Stars have been around. I liked Quinn and Phillips. Good strikers.
Yeah, they were good. We earned the right to get carried away. You have, John. We are fucking huge. You're a big club, as are we. There ain't any SAFC creators who stream it. There's no one streaming this time, mate. It's just me. I'm an absolute tool. Kevin says talk is cheap in the football pyramid. Do the talking back by action. Yeah, of course, talk is cheap, but we've got to talk in, haven't we? No, it's not. It's you're always banging on about us. No, lad, there's a fake rivalry. No, mate. Literally, I if there wasn't a Sunderland comment on this channel, I would not speak about Sunderland when I'm talking about Leeds playing Palace or Leeds playing anybody else. I would not just say Sunderland this, Sunderland that. I've got people who are subscribed to me, as are you, hopefully, and probably. And it's just what I do. I bring conversation up and we chat about it. So, yeah. Leeds, no rivalry, says a bloke who looks about 12 years old.
Yeah. Hang on, who's that? Is that
I haven't got a clue. Anyways, we're almost at 2 hours, but the last segment is...
12 years old.
We get through these very quick, very, very quick. I don't even. Alan. Bamford scored 2 nice goals tonight. Great game, 5-3. Looking forward to seeing West Ham, Burnley, and Wolves in the Championship this season. Yeah, just touching that. Did you see Bamford's first goal? Wow.
I saw that. Yeah, outside the foot. Brilliant.
Wow. Giroud-esque, wasn't it? Like something Giroud. You haven't seen it, have you, BOSSNASS?
Yes. Lovely finish.
Bamford.
Oh, yeah, I have.
I've seen that first wall. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Wow. Unbelievable. Roger Slicker earlier, are we happier DCL Metcha combo or Okafor DCL combo? I'll let you say this, BOSSNASS, because I know you don't mind Okafor down middle. Are you bothered which two? Do you think Metcha is the better combination for DCL?
I think if you can get all three on the pitch, get all three on the pitch. So play Metcha, DCL, and Okafor off the left. But if Metch's not ready or can't play a full game, I really don't mind seeing Okafor centrally because I think he's better there. SJ, man, take a chill pill, bro. Are you all right? Have you had a bad Christmas? You have, you're not.
Just love it. Just love that all those Leeds people keep talking about you. Don't take it as it's not bad then, is it? It's great. We're all saddles.
Catching you. Who said about catching you? What's happening here? Catching. Oh, we must catch Sunderland. Oh, fucking hell, great.
Yeah.
I don't think you will fall away, by the way. I think, but falling away, you might finish 9th to 11th. Is that falling away?
Don't talk about arrogance and obsession, right? When you're literally watching something called Late Night Leeds, not Late Night Sunderland. You know what the sad thing is, right? There's a show called Midnight Mackems, right? And it's made by good content creators for Sunderland fans, and it gets nowhere near the viewership that it should get, right? So don't go on about obsessed and stuff because you make yourself look like a Wally, an absolute Wally.
Where's Wally? Is he in the chat?
SJ, he's there. He's down there.
Cheers, Paul Smith. Calgary calling, chaps. I feel if Farker goes for it, we beat Sunderland 2-1. If he plays safe, could be a dicey 1-all. We need to take advantage of our form and their players. Love the show, Matty. Thanks so much, boys. We love doing it. Yeah, I know a lot of people talk about it, but media's spoke about it, and we're speaking about it now on Sunday. Anyway,
forum?
I don't know. Remember them chat rooms, forums. Anyways, right, boys, we're going to leave it there. Score prediction. We need a score prediction. Right. I'm going to go first. Ladies first. I started off as 2-0. I think we're going to concede, but I think we're going to be 2-0 up, going to concede 2-1 and then score 3-1. 3-1 Leeds. DCL with another brace. I'm going 3-1 Leeds. BOSSNASS, what are you saying?
2-2 each.
I think Sunderland missing a couple of really important players. The backup's not there because a few of them are away as well. Missing a winger, missing a couple of wingers. Siddiqui, etc. Left back. So I think 3-1 Leeds. I think we need to weather the first 15 minutes. And that doesn't mean sitting on the edge of the box. We make sure we don't see first 15 minutes from 3-1 Leeds.
I'm going 2-2.
And I think DCL can jump higher than Ballard.
Careful, because Ballard's well hard.
I've never seen Ballard lose a head.
Ballard's well hard, man.
Ballard wasn't in first choice last year, was he? Really? He was in and out last year. He's the next coming of like whatever he is.
I know. It's all love SJ. It'll be even more lovely on Sunday. Don't you worry about it, pal.
Yeah, pipe down, fella.
Don't you worry about it, mate. It's fine. Like thick as mince, Leeds fans. We love it. We are. We'll have it. I am bothered. I'm thick as mince. I won't say it for everyone, but I am. Top show, lads. 2-0 of a clean sheet. Cheers, John McKinney, aka Ian Brown. Thanks. Here, banter, rivalry, it's sound. It teetered on the line, but it was still healthy chat as usual on this channel. I really appreciate it. I hope it was a good show.
Let's be right though, mate. If there's anyone that's been fair to Sunderland tonight on this show, it's been me, pal.
It has, mate, to be fair. And you've just said it'll be 2-2, so there you go. But yeah, don't write us off. We don't write you off. We know how good you are. Good luck on Sunday, just not too much. Cheers, pal. I just think it was 1-1. Right, guys, girls, we're going to leave you there. 135 in the building, 127 likes. If you haven't smashed the like, please do it. Even USJ, smash us at chuffing like. And we're taking
especially USJ.
Especially USJ. Matt Lee says 2-1. Aronson.
But seriously, SJ, it's all love, bro. It's all love. Don't worry about it.
It is all love. It is all love.
It's just two big clubs. Great game of football. See what happens.
Two big clubs, two great fan bases, and it's going to be mint on Sunday. So
yeah, 100%.
And I'm just going to play this little jingle again, just because people might not have seen it. This is my new. Sorry, I know I overdo it, don't I? But here we go.
I'm in total disbelief, but who the hell is that in Matt Heath's teeth?
And if you've only just tuned in, that is the most random thing you will ever see in your life. Thank you so much. Please smash a like. Please subscribe. Please check out BOSSNASS' channel, Planet Leeds. The link is in the description.
Nothing on it, man.
You'll do something at some point. Anyway, whatever, it's there. I'm going to say it. Love you to bits. Everyone take care. Enjoy the rest of your festivities.
Merry Christmas, all.
Merry Christmas, everybody. Thanks so much for all your support.
Will we see people before New Year or not?
We won't. Not on Late Night Leeds.
Happy New Year.
Yeah, last one of the year. Happy New Year. Thanks for supporting Late Night Leeds this year, 2025. And we're taking it to 2026 on the back of a win at the Stadium of Light. Bye-bye, everybody.